I live in Abilene. And I just, for about a month or two, I wasn't feeling real well. And so I drove over to Salina and went to the ER. And they ended up, I had like over 20 pounds of fluid in my abdomen. And I had pneumonia, and I was a lot more out of it than I realized. And that was this past July. And so I ended up staying there at the Salina Hospital for about 12 days. And that's when they told me I have stage 4 liver failure, terminal. They told me, start making some arrangements. I was kind of give and take on whether I'd make it the next day or not, kind of thing. And even after the 12 days, when I checked out, they told my sister he's got 30 days. When I went home, I kind of was like a deer in the headlights for about a week. I just was frozen, and I wasn't sure how to proceed. Like, I just had to process things. And then I decided I wanted to live and have a better quality life. Like, whatever happens, but kind of no regrets thing. And so I followed the doctor's instructions, and part of the requirements by KU to get on the transplant list is they want a documentation on you seeing a licensed counselor. And I called up Catholic Charities and made an appointment with Carlisle. Just didn't want to drop my whole situation in the lap of, everybody kind of. And that's where Catholic Charities and Carlisle was really helpful, because I could do that with him and not feel guilty about it. For me, the role that Catholic Charities played in Carlisle was one that helped me as an individual, like, deal with my situation. When the doctors use the word terminal, all kinds of things go through your head. So when I go in to my sessions, sometimes my head's going a million miles a minute, but when I leave, I'm way more level, and I feel good. One thing I really appreciated in dealing with Alma and Melissa and Catholic Charities was I had high levels of ammonia in my system early on, and so it messes with your memory. So I had a lot of memory loss, and bless their soul, Alma and Melissa would always make a phone call to me the day before and say, "Hey, just wanted to remind you, I have insurance, but you never know sometimes what you're going to have to end up paying. So it's a little stressful." But with Catholic Charities, they have a set fee scale, and they have a sliding scale, and it's really, really reasonable. From where I started back in July of 2024 to now, I've had a lot of improvement. There's a chance, a pretty good chance, I won't need a new liver. I won't need a transplant. So he said that's not too common this quick in recovery, but I'm just kind of taking it a day at a time. But I'm in much better shape than I was in July of 2024. Catholic Charities has impacted my life in a very positive way. To donors, I'd like to say thank you, because without them, I wouldn't have had this opportunity. And I think it's money well spent. It's beneficial for the community. For me, like I said, I have to thank them and hope they keep giving, because it really does help.
I am originally from Papua New Guinea. It's a country in the South Pacific, north of Australia. I went to college in Texas. I did my community colleges and my university there. I ran track and field. And then I went back home, and I was in a relationship where it was not going the way I wanted. So I had to tell the track and field from my country to come back here in the U.S. and practice for a game that we run every 4 years in the South Pacific Island. So I came back, and then after maybe a month or so, I found out that I was pregnant. I went to the hospital and I asked for resources that I would use because I did not work at that time and I had no income. Then they sent me to the health department, and that's where they showed me where Catholic Charity was. And Miss Peggy was the one that I met when I first went to get help. So the first time I went to her office, she asked me she asked me first about myself as a person, and I said, oh, I'm new here in Concordia, I don't know anybody, and I think I'm pregnant. She was really calm and she was very sweet. She just let me speak first about my situation and my life, and she started after once I was done, she started to give me the resources about diaper program. And she also said, oh, the Catholic Charity has a program about immigration stuff as well too. So once we fill out the first step for your pregnancy first, then we can figure out how things will go on your immigration status. So when my baby was not born yet and I had the appointment and stuff like that, Miss Peggy would give me, they already started me with the diaper program because the baby will come. So every month she gives me diaper pack plus some wipes for my baby. So my daughter is 3. She's very active. She likes to do like gymnastic and running and a lot of activities, but everything is going really well now. Looking back, Catholic Charity did really help me a lot with not just stuff, they helped me with like emotional support. And Miss Peggy was really nice. She even reached out to me after Carissa was born. So she's like a person that if I ever see her again, I would just hug her. There's people and organization like Catholic Charity that really do help people like me to achieve where I am right now, and it shows me that God is always there for us, even if we don't know, or if we are at the place where we don't know anybody. He's always there to show us that he's always there for us. Miss Peggy and Yesiana are the people that show me how empathy is, to respect people and to understand people from different backgrounds of life. You don't know what people are going through life, and coming from a place like that, it's really touching. And like the sponsors too, they don't know what they're doing to people, but it's what they give or what they donate is somebody really needed.
I met Michael back in the end of 2022. Something tugged at me saying like, this guy right here, he needs help and you're gonna help him. I knew you were struggling with addiction.
I think everything fell apart after my first divorce, and I felt like everything started going downhill since then.
I told Michael, I said, hey, I know who you're running around with, and I know that you get kicked out all the time. So when you're ready to change, you're gonna come back and you're gonna see me, and I'm gonna help you.
I had to tell God I was ready for the change.
And so Michael came on his own, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went into the conference room, and he said, I'm ready. I said, where are you staying at? He told me, well, I just got kicked out. I gave Michael some food and he went to the missions, and then you started staying at the mission. And so then I got to talking with Michael, and I asked him where he was worked in the past, and he said, well, I used to work at Tucson's. I was there for a long time. And so then I was like, well, go into your place and see if you can get your job back. I gave you some clothes, and you went to Tucson's. He met a manager, and they helped him get a place.
I mean, it's good for a stepping stone. I'm using it as a stepping stone till things start getting moved.
So do you remember the time that I picked you up from work when it was raining?
Yeah, I remember that. I said, I can't believe I'm walking home in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? For real? You were God sent. I knew God was going to send somebody, but I didn't know it was going to be you.
You told me you were scared because you didn't know what the weather was going to be like.
The lightning was pretty sharp.
Oh, yeah.
And he sent you. God always has perfect timing.
Michael told me that he really needed a bike. Like, when he got off of work, he was really tired, and that a bike would benefit him. And so they posted it on Facebook that we had an individual that needed a bike. And so we had somebody respond saying that they had a bike and they were willing to donate it. He was very happy with that.
I didn't know what to think at first. I said, it was awesome. It helps me get around faster where I need to go.
People are just so generous to giving, not even knowing who they're giving to, you know? What's your saying that you always say?
Thank God for what he's done, what he's doing, and what he's about to do. He changed my life dramatically. I've been sober for 2.5 years, and it's gonna stay that way. Look at me now. I got my weight back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. I got my own place. If it hadn't been for Catholic Charities, the whole 9 yards, it's amazing. Be amazing what God can do and how he works through people. You'd be amazed.
What would you like to tell our donors?
Thank you for everything. God bless each and every one of you. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing an awesome job helping the community. And there's a lot of people out there that need it and just want to be thankful.